Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle those really confusing parts of life, like contracts, medical bills, and show you how to find some clarity using AI that you probably already have right on your phone. Yeah, we've all been there. You're faced with a wall of text, just like this. A new lease, a service contract, maybe even just the terms and conditions for a new app. It feels like it's designed to be unreadable, right? Just to make you give up and click agree. But just imagine for a second that you had a secret weapon. What if you could just press a button and have this entire wall of jargon instantly translated into plain, simple English that you can actually understand? Well, guess what? You can. Okay, so let's dive into this. The first and maybe the most powerful way to use AI in your daily life is to treat it like your own personal translator for exactly this kind of complicated information. And it's not complicated at all. It's a super simple three-step process. You copy the confusing text, you paste it into an AI tool, and then you just ask a simple question, something like, "Can you explain this to me like I'm not a lawyer?" And in seconds, boom, you get a clear summary. What's really interesting about this is how different it is from asking a person. You can ask an AI to explain the same concept 17 different ways until it finally clicks for you. It never gets tired, it never makes you feel stupid, it just wants to help you understand. And this just perfectly illustrates the power. On the left, you've got the original clause from some rental agreement, full of all those heretofores and whereases. And on the right, the AI's translation. If you're late on rent more than twice, the landlord can start the eviction process. Simple, clear, actionable. So let's see how this builds, because this skill isn't just limited to text you can copy and paste. The AI in your pocket can do more than just read. It can actually see and understand your world. This is all possible because of a technology called multimodal AI. I know, it's a fancy term, but all it really means is that the AI can understand different kinds of information at the same time. So yeah, text, but also pictures, charts, and documents. So what does that mean for you? Well, you can start using this for all sorts of everyday things. Got a confusing utility bill? Just take a picture. A long receipt you need to itemize? Take a picture. You could even use it for some preliminary info on something like a strange rash. Though, of course, please always see a real doctor for that stuff. Let's walk through a perfect example. You get your utility bill, and whoa, it's suddenly way higher than last month. You're just staring at this confusing statement trying to figure out what on earth changed. Instead of struggling with it, you just take photos of this month's bill and last month's. You upload them and just ask a normal, natural question, just like you'd ask a friend. Hey, can you tell me why my bill went up? Now, this is the really cool part. The AI doesn't just spit a wall of text back at you. No way. It reads the data from the photos, it organizes it into this simple table, and it pinpoints the exact reason for the change. So in this case, your usage was similar, but the rate per kilowatt hour went up. Instantly, you have clarity. So you see, this isn't just about convenience or saving a few minutes. This is a really fundamental shift. It's all about gaining clarity and control in situations where information has traditionally been confusing or, frankly, hidden. I mean, think about it. For centuries, knowledge has been power. The people with access to good lawyers, good doctors, and good financial advisors, they had a massive advantage because they could understand these complex systems. Everyone else was pretty much left in the dark. AI is helping to close that gap. Now, it doesn't replace the need for human experts, not at all. But what it does do is give you leverage. It allows you to walk into a doctor's office or a meeting with a lawyer as a much more informed person, ready to ask better questions and make better decisions about your own life. So here's the takeaway. You now have a tool that can translate the confusing parts of the world into something that makes sense to you. So the only question left is, what confusing document are you going to conquer first? That lease you need to sign? That medical report you never quite understood? The power is officially in your hands.